I can't complain. I can't complain. We have gotten into the Europa League somehow, some way. Okay, I have to just go off on this tangent immediately. Mourinho came in when we were 14th in the league. And, even after losing to Brighton 3-0, losing to Newcastle in August, losing to drawing to Bournemouth a few weeks ago, we somehow still qualified for Europa League. What? Okay, it's not a great result. It's not a great result. However, it got the job done. That's all we needed. Harry Kane said in the interview, our vice captain said in the interview after, all we need is a draw because we know Chelsea are going to win. That's it, and we did. It's fine. I mean, it's just insane to me, though. To somehow salvage a top 6 season after this, Wolves are an amazing team. Consistency-wise, far better than us this season. Sheffield United had an amazing season as well. And, even, you have to give credit to Leicester, too. Just a ridiculous season in the Premier League. Our team aside, I don't think anyone could have predicted this, really. I mean, we knew Liverpool were going to challenge for the title, but not like this. And we knew Manchester City would be good, but, they were good, but, also, it's been a weird league. And also, congrats to Villa for staying up. I don't have anything against Villa. I'm fine with them being in the league. They're a pretty big club, so congrats to them for staying in the league final day. It was a pretty hectic day, I must say. Let's just talk about the game a little bit. But, really, this game doesn't matter. In a few months' time, when we are in the Europa League, we are not going to be thinking about, the 1-1 draw against Crystal Palace. Look, I know, last day of the season, you want to show your intent for next season. If we're going to be doing what Mourinho has been touting us to be doing, which is challenging for top spots and challenging for top 4, getting into Champions League comfortably again, you would expect us to end off with more of a bang. Like a 3-0 result against Crystal Palace, a bad Crystal Palace team with a lot of people injured. But you know what? This result is just indicative of us to a T. It's yeah, of course this is going to happen. Of course, it's a Tottenham result. It's just a Tottenham result, isn't it? It's just whatever. I'm sorry for the construction, by the way. Let's just talk about the team. Dyer came back into the team, which is something. I rate Eric Dyer, and I don't think he was the main fault for the goal that we conceded. However, he was a little bit at fault, just a wee bit, because the man marking system that we were doing, I don't know what the hell that corner was. It was bad. Yeah, I blame Serge for giving it away, and I blame, just a collective whole of, what was going on. There just seemed to be a lack of communication. But he also, Eric Dyer, won the header that led to Harry Kane's goal. So, give him credit. Let's start at the very back. Hugo Lloris made one save the whole match. He can't do anything about the goal, so I'm not going to discount him for that. He's been really, really solid since the restart. I'm just going to say 7 out of 10. Yeah, whatever. He deserves it. Captain, thank you, Thank you for your service. Toby, I felt like he was a wee bit at fault for the goal. He always puts in a good defensive performance, though. He was kind of heading balls away, doing the dirty work when he needed to. it was a good performance. I would say a 6 out of 10. Similarly for Dyer, I already talked about him. I would say a 6 out of 10. Serge, I hate to do this. I really do. It's just, oh, God. He was good in the first half. He was. And he was making a lot of good tackles and stuff. But the thing is, when you're a right back and you're caught out of position that much, that just means you make more tackles. And it looks great, but also I would rather just have a defensively solid right back. Kyle Walker-Peters, please come back. Anyways, Serge was kind of, I don't know, he gave away a few iffy balls to them, and I just want more solidity in the right back role. I just do. I would say a 4 out of 10 for Serge. But then again, I have a Ben Davies bias, and I have to lay into him a bit here. Also not a great game. I don't know what he was doing for the slap goal either. I would say 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. Not a great game from Ben. Similarly, Winks. I love Winks, and I think he's so underrated. However, not a great game. Just what you rely on Winks to do is to pass the ball consistently, so where people are like, oh, that's a nice pass. I can just do whatever I want with this. Not today, Winksy. He was okay, but not his best. I would say a 5 out of 10. Just not a great performance from him. Did a few bit of defensive work, but whatever. Similarly, Sissoko. Also, I think he was rather poor today. He went on a few runs here and there, but then his final ball was lacking. He had a few good passes out to the wings, and he was trying to create stuff. I mean, it was kind of a weird moment when he acted like he pulled his hamstring and then he was fine. I don't know what happened. Anyways, he was okay. He was not great again today. I think defensively, in the defensive third, he needs to be better. So again, 5 out of 10 for him. Gio, provide the assist, his second assist of the season. That's still mind-blowing to me. I was watching a compilation of Gio from his just highlights this season. He should have had so many more assists than he does. Kane and Son are marvelous, but they do miss a few really nicely played out goals. But yeah, Gio was great today, especially in the first half. I think he's carrying a knock, which is why he went off. But yeah, no, he was okay. He was, I would say, a 7 out of 10. Just, he's one of the only people who can play those kinds of passes that he did to Kane. And he did his job. He did his job good. Lucas, it's just like a story on repeat, isn't it? It's just like, first half, he was brilliant. He was really, really brilliant. He was playing some lovely balls. He had that amazing run where he skipped past Guaita and then somehow crossed it back in the box, which Kane should have been in for, but whatever. I mean, he was superb first half, and then second half kind of just fell off. It seems like he really capitalizes on his pace when he first gets on the field, and he just runs and runs and runs, and then he slowly but surely gets a little bit tired and then doesn't get up to the top speed. I would say 6 out of 10 for him. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a bit harsh, but you know what? I'm going to raise Gio to an 8 out of 10 and put Lucas at 7 out of 10. Kane got the winning goal, man of the match for me, just because goals win games, goals draw games. That's what it is. And he was there. He was there to score the goal. He was in a good position. And it was a lovely goal, too. Really nice finish. 8 out of 10 for Kane. Lovely, lovely job. I can't believe he has 18 goals in the Premier League, and he's in the running. I mean, not in the running too much, but he's at least in the top 5 for goal scorers in the league, which is ridiculous when you consider how long he's been out. But props to Harry Kane. Son was absent today. I think it's best to say he had a few really, really nice passes on the break, mostly out to Lucas or to Sissoko or Serge on the right side. He just played some lovely like grass cutting balls, and it was really, really nice. But he just kind of wasn't visible attacking wise today. Yeah, I didn't go on many runs and whatever. But yeah, also I want to mention, I know I love Eric Dyer, but some of his passing, pretty underrated. I'm just going to leave that there. He's going to be a defender whether you like it or not, and he's going to be in our starting 11 more just in general next year. So you better get used to it. And, I'm accepting him as our Lord and Savior in defense, so you should too. Anyways, I need to see more from him too. Don't worry. Bergwijn, he came on also kind of invisible. Didn't really do much. He was running hard though. He tried. Deli, he was really bad when he came on. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, his touch was really off, which you could maybe expect. Yeah, really not a good performance from him. Skip came on. Didn't really have much of an impact. Ran hard. He skipped. I love Skip, and I really hope he gets more minutes somewhere next year, even if it's not with us. Yeah, but no, he's great lad. I really like having him as an option off the bench. Similarly, Davinson coming off the bench. It was weird not seeing Yan get a run out, even when we needed the draw beyond, like, it was all or nothing, the draw or nothing. And we need defensive solidity, and he chose to put in Davinson, which is fine. But also you had a fifth sub, Jose, and Jan Vertonghen has served this club for 8, almost 9 years. Just, if you put him in the left back spot, just for a few minutes, I swear we would have not conceded. It's such a shame. It really is. I love Jan Vertonghen with all my heart. He's just one of the greatest personalities in football that I've seen. He's part of the team that made me fall. He's one of the people who made me fall in love with this team. His personality is just world class, and he's a great player too. One of the best ball playing defenders I've ever seen. Just linking defense and midfield, and I love Jan. And honestly, it's probably time for him to go and for him to start somewhere else, I really want him to go back to Ajax. That would be so cool. It would be lovely to see. It would be the best way to end off his career. If not, going to Manchester City, which I've seen that rumor thrown around. Also, props to you. Win a few trophies. You deserve it, Jan. Yeah, I also know this formation is not really what we played. It's like a 4-2-3-1. I'm just, yeah, that's what it was from the last game, so I just kept it, and then, yeah, but anyways, yeah, I'm still super sad about Super Yan. I'm sure we'll see. So many people have been taking photos with him and like putting sad faces like Deli, and it just looks like he's gonna go. And Michel Vorm too. His personality is also great. I really didn't know him when he was playing for us more, but just really seemed like a solid guy I have in the dressing room. And yeah, it's sad. It really is. It's always sad when someone who is a leader and someone who has provided so much for your club, the Dortmund game, that header against Norwich, just so many moments from Jan. He's just such a good guy, and he's hilarious too. I'm going to try and make a compilation of all the funny moments I found of Jan. Just what a guy. He's so great. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're qualified for Europa League, and this result it won't matter in the grand scheme of things. The grand scheme of things is that we're somehow in Europa League and we should be celebrating. It's hard to with a 1-1 draw against a terrible Palace side, but that's what it is. I, you know, it's whatever. I really hope next year. One thing I want to touch on. I do think in this game, Højbjerg would have been wonderful. Like, I think if he's going to play the role that I think he's going to play, I don't think we would have had the same problems that we were having in the second half. That's speculative, and I'm not sold on Højbjerg either. I've been critical of him, actually, but hopefully a player like that can provide some solidity. I know he's wayward passing-wise and whatever, but his defensive contribution to Southampton this year can't be understated. Yeah, but that's where I'm going to leave that off because I will be doing separate videos on the signings we make. Højbjerg has his foot like already in the door. I'm pretty sure like all there is to do is just to like agree the fee and then move on. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. I know this one was a bit longer. I'm going to be making a lot more Spurs content, trying to make that compilation of Jan. And yeah, just, glory, glory Tottenham Hotspur. We're in Europe again next year. There are a few clubs in London that can't say that. So, lovely. Yeah, but anyways, come on you Spurs, and I'll see you when we sign a player. See ya.